Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 or day 2 of the 1 week Kallah kit challenge. Now I'm going to be doing something interesting today. It was suggested by my good friend that I do morning looks and evening looks with the kit. Now I've started off just to have something on my head with this kind of just a low bun style. A little tie at the back just to have this kind of something fun. Bring it over here. Now, for this morning, I'm going to be playing with this scarf just for this look because I worked with this one yesterday, but I'm going to be working with the Petalsoft in light blue, and I think I'm going to bring this one back for some fun. I may throw in one more just for giggles, but these two are the main that I'm going to be working with today. Not it's kind of interesting the way a style can transition from morning to evening. The same style, not even changing a thing, just changing your ensemble, and it still looks really beautiful. So for this, I'm not going to change my ensemble just yet, but I'm wearing the pearls. This is a nice morning look. I'm wearing the pearls. I've got this blouse on with some embroidery. It's bright embroidery, a little sweater. I'm wearing a pair of slacks, big wide leg. It almost looks, they're so wide leg, they look like a skirt. It's so cute. But for evening, I'm going to be switching out into a white blouse. It's a wrap blouse with these big poofy sleeves. It's rather beautiful, but just something simple to show you, a simple change out. Now I'm going to start because this is the easy peasiest one, I think. So for me today, since I still can't find the one piece that I've been looking for, the fantastic scrunchie, I just put my hair into a bun. Nice bun, easy peasy. And I'm just wearing the headband today, the no slip headband. That's it. Bun, headband. Now, if you do happen to have the fantastic scrunchie, it's the same basic principle. Just put your hair in a bun like ponytail. Doesn't have to be super neat. My daughter was a ballerina, so I've had years and years of practice doing buns, little sock buns and regular buns and all sorts of buns. So that's what I did. Now I'm going to put this on my head like so, even Steven. I'm folding over the front edge because I like it that way. I'm just bringing this just like so. Micah's trying to escape. Little does he know, I shut the door tightly. Alyssa's taking some exams next door and he's obsessed with getting to her. Okay, so I have it, back to the wrap. I have it even Steven-ish. Now, I'm going to bring both of these up and around the bun. Get turned sideways, up around the bun, come to the back, and tie a knot. And if they were even Steven, like they're supposed to be, then this would work much nicer. He will give up in a minute. I apologize for you can see the little bags and stuff moving. He will give up in a minute. Okay, that's better. So again, around, taking these, they don't have to be neat. It's just a fun morning look. Around the bun, in the back, to the bottom, tie a knot, and let the fringes hang. Just easy peasy. If you want to bring them around the side, that's it. So that was the first look. It's pretty cute. So I think this would transition well without all the fringes hanging. Obviously, just bring it up. But this is my morning look. Now, I don't really feel like putting any jewelry with it. No, no headband. Just keep it simple. Now, I'm going to take this off. And you can see him down at the bottom there. He's so damn cute. All right. I'm going to move on to Micah. Yeah, come here. You gonna come say hello? I'm gonna move on to the Petalsoft. And I'm gonna open this up. Monsters, come here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this to fit my head. I'm keeping the same bun. And I'm going to have it so that we have a very, very short end, like so. I'm going to put it at an angle, just like this. Coming to the very front of my headband. I'm bringing this around the back, just like this. And I'm going to put it up around the bun. It's up around the bun. Okay. So I'm adjusting this. We're going to cheat this back just a little bit because this is an angled look. I'm going to bring all of this to the opposite side. Now when I bring this up, hi sweetheart, I'm going to fold it into thirds. Then I'm going to bring it up at the angle, just like so. Bring it towards the back. This is a nice thin scarf, so you see a little bit of the headband through there. I'm going to try really hard to not have that show so much right in the front of my head. Okay, that's better. So it's at the angle, and then I'm bringing this up right on the back edge. You can see where the scarf stops right here. There's a pocket. I'm bringing this up and along the back there, bringing it around, making sure that all the small ends are rolled inside. And I am just going to bring this around, find and tuck. We can do this just like so. And you have the bun right here. And then we spin all the way around like so. Okay, and this is the look. It's an angled low bun wrap. Except this nice angle here. And I found it worked much easier to do this with that extra long tail and the little tiny short piece that comes around. I could even lengthen it more because this is a favorite. Micah willing, I can even do a shorter piece here, like so. And if you want to add a pin, that's appropriate as well. Tag in because I just was too lazy to take the tag off. Okay, so we have this nice short piece. Oh my buddy, what you doing? He's feeling feisty. But, okay, so here we go. Have this here. If you wanted to pin it to the headband, totally cool, not bothering. We're going to fold this into thirds. bringing this up at the angle, like so. Bringing it back. We're going to do the same thing. Keeping it folded in thirds. And then we have a little bit extra when we come to here to go around the bun. And we go around the bun like so. And we can tuck this in underneath like this. Okay. Make sure this is nice and neat. And there you have it. We have a nice, neat, angled low bun. Only with the slightly longer tail on this side than we did it the first time. Still the same basic look. More definition to the bun though. Make that note. Okay, now this one, I think the scarf itself is rather a casual look. So while the style will transition, I'm not sure that the scarf itself transitions to evening. If that's you, if you do it, that's you. I think I would, if I were going on a date, not that any of us are doing that right now, but if I were going on a date, I wouldn't, in the evening, I wouldn't wear this. But this is the morning look with this Petalsoft. Let me take this off. Yes, darling. You want to come up and say hello? Or you just want to eat my scarf? Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. Here he is, Mr. Monster. He's gotten so big. He's getting so grown up. Yeah. Yeah, Micah's getting such a big boy. He likes his attention in the morning. He wants to be cuddled and loved and pet. Yeah. Okay. And he is biting, so that's enough of that. Go ahead and sit in your window. Go check out what the neighbors are up to. Cat TV. Between the birds and the cars going up and down the street, he's entertained for a while. I'm hoping. Anyway, okay, so I have that one. Now, if I want to get a little fancier for evening purposes, this one will be, same style, will be this. I'm taking the scarf, folding it over. I'm going to put it on my head at the angle just to show you how different this looks. Can you let go? Thank you. I love you. I love you, but you gotta let go of me. You gotta let go of my sweater. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, somebody is feisty. Okay, you can have the sweater. You can't have the scarf. Nope, nope. You can have the sweater, but you can't have the scarf. It's like having a 2-year-old again. Right, so okay, starting. Apologize for the arms. Apparently Micah needed to absolutely positively have my sweater right that minute. It was dude, this is fun, but stop. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're stuck now. You're stuck on me. Yeah, your paw is stuck. You're gonna hurt yourself. Come back here. Oh my goodness. He's slippery. I don't know how many of you have kittens or have had kittens, but they are feisty and definitely. Oh my goodness, slippery. He's gotten himself stuck on my arm. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're good? Are we good? Are we good? Oh my goodness. Are we good? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. I got you. I got your nose. Okay. You do you. You over there. You have some things to play with. Always have toys. And I'm sorry that it's just these unexpected things. But he can't be running around into Alyssa's room while she's testing, so keep him with me. Because he will go in and he will also claw her door and meow at it until she opens it. And she can't be distracted. Exams are important. Right, little man? Right? Right? Here. So, like everything else, this is pretty entertaining. Okay. I always keep scraps of little scraps and strips of fabric for him to play with, because that's what he likes. He likes dangling things and little scraps, and a lot of the other things he tears apart. But I have some bias tape that I made for a quilt. I made, oh my goodness, years and years and years ago for a little man who is now a very big man. And he likes to bite on it and play with it, and it seems to be stretchy. And whoops, you falled. Okay. All right, let's see if we can try to get this on. Oh my goodness. I hate to pause and stop filming for him because he's having a bit of an issue with boundaries. But okay. All right, same style. We're gonna do with this. And this one I will show you with the evening shirt. I will be pausing for momentarily because I need to change my top. So just grabbing these strings and pulling them around. The bun behind just takes a little finessing, a little practice. You can also wear an underscarf underneath of this, just because this scarf tends to be a little bit see-through. Back and over. And here we go around. I'm not worried about this piece here because I'm going to be wrapping around that with this scarf tail. Okay, so we have this. We're coming around again, and then we can come completely around with the fringe, and I'll show you the back. Okay, so we've got the fringe, and I can bring that down and tuck it in underneath. Just like so. Oops, it looks like I'm bleeding. Uh-oh. All right, so we have a nice Lowbun look with the shimmery. Take a moment. Battle wounds. Yeah, he took a nice nip out of my arm right there. It's life. All right, life with a kitten. Now I've got this. Now to transition, I'm going to change my jewelry. Obviously this was Naomi's, so it's not, you know, in the kit, obviously. But I'm adding my jewelry in to go to evening. This was my grandmother's. This was my Nana. All right, have that. Now I'm going to pause and I will be right back to show you how this looks for an evening. All right, so I've put on my evening blouse. It's a nice wrap blouse. I'm going to find All right, no, I'm not going to find. Okay. Wrap glasses are weird for me because of the shape of my body. They always want to pull apart here. So, and of course I'm wearing a shell underneath. All right, so I've usually put a pin right here. I'm feeling way under prepared today. All right, so this same style. Now I can, of course, fuss with this and make sure no strings are showing, even though it doesn't look horrible to have a couple of the little fringes showing. It's rather cute, but I can fuss with it to get them all not showing. We have this nice look. Now I can also pull this off. Okay, now because I've been itching to put this one on my head today, I'm going to pull this one out and show you that this can also be rather lovely. Folding it to fit my head. The same. Here. I keep doing the same wrap, but I think it's important to show you how different each scarf looks in the wrap. It's something I just thought of while I was starting to film, and I kind of go with it, even if it's not exactly what I was planning to do. So I'm gonna go back like so. Okay, now I don't really feel the need to have this all the way to my eyebrow. So I'm just going to adjust it. Like so. Bringing it around the back, just like this. And I'm going to be tucking it in. Again, this is really simple. It's elegant. I feel like getting all the fringes in. This could definitely be a fancy night out wrap. And it's so simple, so easy. And it's not super heavy. And I think another thing, so I'll point out, I saw this on, I don't even remember, I've watched over the time I've been wrapping, I've watched so many tickle tutorials, so many wrapping tutorials, hijab tutorials, that I noticed a tip for ladies who don't have a ton of hair, and even some ladies don't have enough to put into a ponytail by choice or by circumstance, but taking those shower poofs, I don't have one that's in good shape. My husband has one. It's all kind of pulled apart. I need to get him a new one. But the shower poofs, they're about so big, and putting them in the back, you can totally pull off the Lowbun look with no extra. I hope that makes sense. No, without having the amount of hair it needs to do the umtastic. I hope that makes sense. I really do, because it's a really nifty idea to add a little bit of volume in the back without a lot of weight. Okay, so here we go. I've got that all nice and neat. You could add a few bits of pleating when you're wrapping it. It's all up to you. This also makes for a good morning wrap. It's a very nice, elegant color. You can add in a an accessory. The one I have, you can add in a little bit of an accessory right on the side here. You can try that. See if I can wiggle it in there without without having these things show, without my pins. Okay. Now I know this particular headband isn't for everyone, but it is rather attractive. When displayed. Okay. Let me go here and I'm going to bring this around and hopefully not pull it out. Trying to find one of the pockets to stuff this ribbon in. It's being rather annoyingly hard to find. Okay, now if I were bringing this out, I would absolutely take a pin and pin it just like this so that it stayed in place. I just want to give you an idea of what this guy looks like. Just a little hint of something. So, like so. Okay. I like that. Okay. Oh, it's nice he's calmed down. Fix my hair. Okay. Now I want to go back to my friend here, and I want to oh my goodness. Okay. I want to show it with 2 scarves, that particular fancy wrap with 2 scarves. So I'm going to start with this one in the base. Say I want it to be a little bit extra, because I've already shown the style with pretty much all the scarves except the lacy one, the Dreams Come True scarf. I want to hold off on that one for something different. I'm going to use that one tomorrow. Okay. With a really fancy wrap. Okay, so I've got this on. And I'm going to take this guy, do the same thing, because I want that stripe look. This also gives the added coverage. If I didn't want it to show through and add that extra pop of color, I would use in off-white colored or cream colored 2-in-1 or Tuff 2-in-1. Tying this on like so. Again, take your time. This is not a race. So I have this coming over. We have you coming forward just a little bit, because I don't want this piece to be really wide. I like the smaller stripes, smaller pops of color. Now I'm going to fold this into thirds, just like so. And I'm going to bring it up and back and over, and don't worry about this piece here. If it wants to act silly, it will be hidden. I'm just playing with it to be extra sure that it's going to work. Okay. Folding this. Bringing it back and around. I like to have this piece and this piece about as equal as I can get them. And this piece here is acting silly, so I will now adjust it. Be really easy to adjust. Okay. All right, so tuck in where it's being silly. Now, if I could totally take this and give this a twist, just like so. Bring this back around. You can see the twist right here. This I can adjust to make it come down all the way into the twist. That's not a problem. So I could have it be just like so. Of course, I make sure when I'm going out that this is absolutely neat, tidy, perfect. Making sure pleats are crisp. So making sure everything is, all the scarves are pulled tightly, not being all lumpy bumpy. And I think that's quite attractive. I have a light lip on, very, very neutral. Can definitely, if you wanted to have a pop of color on your face, you didn't want to be so neutral, you could grab out a more colorful lipstick with the makeup out of the way. I have this brighter pink here, or here's an even bolder pink. Still I'm not liking it, but if you want to do it, that's you. Maybe even a deep color that's rather pretty. It's in keeping with the tone of this scarf. Let's see, really quick. Having a bolder lip. Sorry, I'm having one of those moments of, oh my gosh, I'm wearing all white, and if I drop this, holy crap, I'm in trouble. Sorry if that was too blunt, but that is exactly what's going through my mind. So, you have a more dramatic lip with this look. Again, I'll spin around, because I think I've gotten it nice and neat back here, except for this piece right here, which I will be figuring out a way to tuck in. So I have that. Okay, now I'm going to try this one more way without the twist, because I think it would be interesting. Right, now for this, I'm going to remove the necklace. Lay that down. So I want to make sure that the scarves do not get stuck on it. Okay. I'm going to make sure that this is neat and tidy. This guy is down. All these fringes I want tucked really nicely. Okay. All right. Now, get that folded. Coming up and back and around. Okay, so I see I've messed this up, so I'm going to move it and pull it up. Okay, take this guy. Rolling him in. I'm going to try to make sure that this piece stays in as I pull this up. And back. And around. Okay. 1, 2. And then I've got this. I just spread it over because I think that'll help us with the problem we had before. So I have that here. Okay. Again, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and this is just playing with the wonderful scarf. Okay. Trying to get it neatened up. Sometimes it takes a bit. Okay. Instead of going right to the pink, I'm going to do more with this. Bringing this around. See if I can't tuck them in, make it neat. Okay. Doing this in facing mirrors is really cool. One of these days I'm going to upgrade my studio and have that so I can see the back as I'm working. So this one will not be perfect because I can't see the back. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is going to take a lot more fun to play with to get it perfect, but I'm pretty pleased with what I have right now, except for the stupid fringes. I'd like them to all hide away. So of course they are not hiding away. They want to be seen. Okay. All right, well, that'll give you a decent enough look at what I'm thinking of for this style. I think this would be very elegant to wear out in the evening. Just like so. All right, now, since it's very, very hot in here, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to add a photo at the end of this of what Mr. Micah is doing right this minute, because I just turned around to see where he is. Give me 1 second. He has got himself laying tangled up in a bunch of sari strips, and it's so darn cute. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put this in there at the end, but he's in front of the costume box, all tangled up in, he was playing with the sari strips. So cute. So, okay. Oh, I'm gonna take this one off. And, oh my goodness. That was hot. That was hot. And to be honest, ladies, I am putting this one back on for the day. It is just too warm in this room. I'm gonna put them back on my morning blouse. Morning, M-O-R-N-I-N-G, not M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. Difference. Okay. Folded almost in half. Practice makes better, right? Okay. We're going to go for the even shorter tailed version of this. In. Okay. All right. So I have that, just like that. We're going to be bringing our friend up and around. That piece really wants to come out and show. We just have to say no. Okay. Okay. Can even show the little fringy bits in this one. That's fine because it's daytime. Tuck that guy in. And there we have it. All right, ladies, I hope you've enjoyed this video for today. I know I kept it to one style, but I thought it'd show you the difference, the way the styles look for morning wear, evening wear, how easy it is to transition from one phase of the day to the next. Take off this color. Oh my goodness. It's definitely too dark for the morning. But how to show you how to transition from morning to evening, how the same styles can be worn both morning and evening. Just they look different depending on which scarves you use or which combination of scarves you use and which ensemble you pair it with. So Have a wonderful day, ladies, and I will see you tomorrow for the next portion of this challenge. Okay, so I finished filming, and this little twerp wants to be cuddled and loved. Now he's all calm. He spent the entire time all feisty, but now he's all cuddly and lovables. Yes, he is. He wants to be loved and held. But I thought I would show you, since you put up with his shenanigans during the tutorial, that this is what I get a lot of times. I'm gonna get this lovey-loveys. Way more than I get the crazy. So, good day.